What's going on, beautiful people? So we about to get into a new custom. We about to, y'all. So follow along with me. I'm gonna show y'all everything y'all need to do step by step. And at the end, you should be able to customize your own sneaker with some fabric. Let's get to it. All right. So of course you're gonna need your sneakers, your fresh pair of all whites. You're gonna need your tape, cotton balls, your fabric, X-Acto knife, make sure it's sharp, acetone, E6000, or the cement glue. I prefer the cement glue. It just sticks better, it works better for me. But yeah, this is everything that you need. Make sure y'all got it. All right, y'all, we about to get to it. Let's get it. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get your acetone, and you want to go ahead and prep your sneakers. And you want to wipe them until it gets like a dull look. I usually wipe mine until it gets like a dull look. Keep wiping. Prep them good now, because this is a very important step to make sure your paint sticks. Make sure there's no cracking, no peeling. So you want to make sure you get the acetone in there good. Okay, so right here is where we're going to start laying the tape down piece by piece to make sure you line it up correctly, because you want to make sure that the tape is the right measurements for your fabric. So be careful, line it up, be patient, don't rush this part right here. You know what I'm saying? Be patient, line that thing up good. You want to be precise. Line it up. Get every corner. And then when you're done laying the tape down, you want to take your fingernail or anything that you can and start going around, and then just getting the imprints of it. Just like that. So when you take your X-Acto knife, it'll be easy to cut around that thing. I just keep going around it. right, y'all, so we got the tape laid down. Now you want to get your X-Acto knife. And y'all, please be careful. Be careful when you're doing this step right here. You cutting the tape out. So you want to be careful not to cut the shoe, to not to cut the leather. So take your time, be patient, go around it gently. Make sure your blade is sharp. You want to make sure that thing is sharp so we can get that tape good. Go around all the edges on both sneakers. Y'all, let's get it. Alright, so once you get your tape nice and laid out, now you want to get your fabric, and then you want to take that tape off of each panel, and you want to lay it down on your fabric. And you got to be careful. Just be patient with this part, because you want to make sure that you lay it down on the piece of fabric that you want on your sneakers. Be careful. Lay that thing down. And then we're going to do this for each one. We're going to lay it down, and we're going to also label it so we can know which part of the sneaker it goes on. now that you have each piece cut out, you was careful about doing that thing. Now you want to make sure that it fits each side that you want to put it on, each space that you want to put the fabric onto the sneakers. You want to make sure that it fits like perfect before you glue it. I always do this before you apply any glue to the fabric or your sneaker. Alright, now that we done measured each side of the sneaker that we want to put the fabric on, you want to go ahead and get your glue. I prefer the barge cement glue. You can also use E6000. You want to go ahead and lay that glue on your sneakers. I put it on the sneakers first, and then I lay a little bit on my fabric, just to make sure that there's a tight hold on it. Want to make sure that thing stick good. Alright, so now that we got the glue on the sneakers, you want to go ahead and get your get some cement glue or your E6000, whichever you prefer, and go ahead and put it on the fabric. Don't put too much though. Don't drench it. Just be light with it, and make sure it's on all parts of the fabric, on every single corner. And then be careful when you laying it down on your sneaker. You want to make sure it's even, because once it stick to it, it's stuck. It's hard to get that thing off. So lay it on there gently, and then try to place it exactly where it needs to go. Line it up correctly. Once you get it down in the correct spot, then you want to press down on it, make sure it sticks good. Gets a tight hold. Press all the way around all the edges. Get any kind of air bubbles or glue bubbles or whatever you want to call it. Make sure it's all out of the fabric, all the way around. Alright. After you're done pressing it down all the way around all the edges, what we're going to do now is we're going to take that tape off. Still making sure there ain't no kind of bubbles in there, no kind of glue bubbles or anything like that in there. Now you want to get on that edge, and you want to peel that tape back. Once you get a little piece off of that thing, be patient now. You got to be patient with this thing. You don't want to mess them up. And that's why I use my little tweezers or any kind of little tool that you may have. And you want to use it to get that tape off. Just to be careful with it. Don't get frustrated now, because it can get frustrating. Just be patient. Trust the process. Trust the process. Go ahead and hit it with that heat gun. That heat gun, make sure you dry the glue up a little more. And then we're going to go back at it again. Go ahead and peel that tape back with the tweezers. Come on now. Get that thing off there. Once you get it started, you go ahead and just pull it back. Gently now, don't rush it. Slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Pull that thing off of there. Ooh, thing looking good. Looking good already. The Iron Man, looking good already. Alright, so we got that part off. Now you want to go around the edges carefully. You want to try to tuck in that fabric. It's on Air Force Ones, it's like a little, they got like an extra little lip, I want to call it. It's like a little lip. You want to get that fabric and take it and try to like place it underneath that lip that's around the edges. So that's what we about to do now. Alright, so after I get it glued down nice and neat, make sure ain't no air bubbles or air glue or whatever you want to call it underneath that fabric, I take my scissors and I go around it carefully, and then I just cut the extra little pieces of fabric that's sticking out. Be careful though, you don't want to cut too much of that fabric and make a gap in your fabric. So be careful on this step right here. Take your time, take your time. Alright, so you want to do that process for each part of the sneaker that you want to put fabric on. You just do that same step one, and you just cut your fabric out, put your glue on, cut off the extra fabric, and then we get down to, we're gonna do the stencil part, the Avengers logo. Now this is gonna be a different tutorial. I'm not gonna go deep into this. Now once you have your stencils filled in with the color that you prefer, and it's nice and bold with no white spots showing, you can go ahead. So I decided to go ahead and paint the Nike signs on the midsoles of the shoe, on the soles of the shoe. And how I do that, I take the tip of my paintbrush, I dip it into my paint, and then I just lightly, you got to be very careful to get those perfect lines, get the perfect paint to make sure that it looks neat. Take your time, it's no rush. And right here I do about 3 to 4 layers, 3 to 4 coats of paint on this part right here, just to ensure that there's no cracking or no peeling. So you want to make sure that you do 3 to 4 layers along with your finisher on top of that when you're done. Now, in between coats, you want to take your heat gun. It's a mandatory that you have a heat gun, and you want to hit that paint with the heat gun to speed the drying process up, so it don't take as long to finish your customs. So hit it with that heat gun, not too close. Make sure you got a little separation in that thing. Hit it with the heat gun before you lay your next layer of paint. And boom, just like that, we done with them things, y'all. I know it's a long video, but I want it to be as thorough as possible. I know people like to gatekeep when it comes to customizing sneakers, but that's not me. I'm trying to give out as much information as possible. If this is something that you like to do or enjoy doing, stay tuned for more. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm putting out free game. And just, stay tuned, man. Y'all stay blessed. Keep watching. I appreciate y'all.